Hey everyone, and welcome back to Wise Guy Weekdays. Today, my thought for you is about walking away. I sometimes walking away from something when it's time is like the hardest thing, one of the hardest things that we go through in life. And I think that's because, when you're so enthralled in fixing something and you're so enthralled in, doing well at something or if you're in a bad relationship, you're hell-bent on fixing it. Hell-bent on getting back to that feeling that you once had with that person, or if it's time to walk away from a job because it's really not working out for you. You might be hell-bent on succeeding in that job, and you know what, all the perseverance in the world is a great thing, to be able to stick it out and learn slowly and just get to a point where you're great at something is really amazing. But sometimes with the personality that you have, it's just not going to work, and a job might not be the job for you, or a relationship might not be the relationship for you. And I think that knowing when to quit, which quit's kind of a bad word, knowing when to change paths and knowing when to walk away from something is incredibly important. Because you can go down a very, very dangerous, evil, destructive path. And take it from me, I've been there before. I've been the person that is hell-bent on fixing something or trying to keep myself somewhere where I shouldn't be anymore. And then you just get to this point where if that's not fixable, nothing in my life is fixable, and you go down this path that's totally just horrible for you. And you start to really believe that you're not good enough for what you want, which is really, really tough. But sorry, there's a spider coming down my wall. I think that recognizing when to walk away and when to begin on a new path is incredibly important. The second that you do that is the second that you begin on a new journey. And the most incredible thing about that is that you never know where that journey is going to take you. But I want you to know, like, to the bottom of your heart, if you are in a situation where you have to walk away from something right now, that you're on the way to something beautiful, something very different most of the time, but something beautiful. For me, I wouldn't be where I am now if I didn't have to walk away from a lot of things. And my life now would not be the same. I have so much beauty in my life, and I have so much good things happening, so many good things happening, that would not be the case if I had not walked away from a lot of things in my life that I thought were like the end all be all, like this is the person I'm going to marry, or this is the job that I'm going to have for the rest of my life, or whatever the case is. To walk away and start on a new path, you don't know what's coming, but I guarantee you it's something beautiful. Like these videos for me, this whole Inspired by Mike, inspirational videos and motivational videos and stuff, I never would have done that if I didn't walk away from certain things in my life. And to think that scares the living shit out of me, and it makes me go, wow, next time I have to walk away from something, I have to have the courage to do it, because I might end up somewhere that is so far above what I was before that if I didn't walk away from it, I would not be near as well off or as happy as I am now, or as I could be in the situation where I had to leave something. So this whole video blog has blossomed for me into something incredible, and I can't say that if I didn't decide to walk away from certain things in my life that I would have this in my life, because of whatever. I get a lot of messages on Facebook from people, and being in a relationship where the other person might be jealous, or things like that. Those are things that if I didn't walk away from those relationships, or if I didn't embark on the journey that I'm on now, that I would have never been able to achieve what I've achieved. And I think, I mean, I don't want to be boastful in saying this, I don't want to brag, but I think that I've made a difference. And I think that, you know, a lot of people, they like watching my videos and they like to feel, you know, like someone just has their back. And I do, I have all your backs, just so you know. But I never would have been able to do this, and I never would have had the courage to do this, and I never would have had the strength, I never would have had the wisdom to do all this if I didn't have to walk away from something at some point. So, you know, if you're in a situation where you're, you know, whatever, in an abusive relationship, or something is going on in your life that you have to walk away from, I want you to have the courage to do it. Because I'm telling you that after you do that, it's gonna hurt at first, and it's gonna suck, and then things will slowly get better, and then you will have the confidence and the strength to take leaps later on, and not leaps like away from things, but leaps into things at the same time. So now that I have had the courage to be able to walk away from things, I now have the courage to walk toward things, and I think that that is paramount. They're both in the same house. They're both in the same area of your life. Walking away from something and walking towards something. They both take an incredible amount of courage. So yeah, just I'm getting on a rant, but just, you know, if you are in a position where you have to walk away from something right now, then do it. You know, because 6 months, a year, 2 years down the road, you're gonna look back and be like, wow, if I didn't walk away from that and I didn't make it out of that, I wouldn't be where I am now, and where I am now is really beautiful. So yeah. I hope that your journeys take you to beautiful places, and I hope that that you are very, very happy with where you end up, because I certainly am. All right. Have a great day, guys. Talk to you next week.